Hello, this is your host, John. This is the Trauma Unit Podcast. Today we are going to be talking about open wounds. Now, I'm sure we've all had an open wound or two in our lives. You know, that never really quite healed the same as it was created. Like, open wounds are created abruptly and they take time to heal. But when these things heal on you that you experience, the scar is still left. And now it's up to you how you're going to treat the scar, whether it be cocoa butter or whether it be aloe vera or whatever you decide to put on it. You have to understand and correlate that with your normal, regular life. What are you adding to your life that is going to heal you after the abrupt injury or the open wound? You know, I feel like I caused a lot of trauma in my life, promising people things that I couldn't really provide at a certain time of my life, just based on simply probably my organization skills, my maturity level, my honesty level. You know, when you really start to look deep at the picture, you can blame yourself for more than half the things that you have going on in your personal life. You know what I mean? Instead of someone else. So I'm taking these deep looks within myself, and I'm understanding that there is a lot of undue trauma that I created for other people, along with going through my own things, you know, in my own life. You know, a lot of words that I said that are hurtful. They could have been honest and they could have come from the right place, but they still hurt people. It still doesn't change the fact that it hurt someone or it hurt a group or it hurt a woman or a friend, you know. We just do so many things in fast pace and forget that healing really is a process, you know. And I think we're all unaware of the pain that we're doing right now and damaging other people, you know, without truly being transparent, due to the fact that we all have a certain nature to protect ourselves to a certain extent, you know, based on the fear of the unknown, you know? So the whole pie is everything, you know? But often we just look at things like in sections, you know? Like when you design your house, you start in the kitchen, dining room table, living room, whatever, so on and so on. But we don't compartmentalize the things that we go through and fix them slowly but surely. We try to fix everything at one time, and life is not meant to be like smushed. Like the world is smushing things right now, just like completely not organizing our pain, our trauma, or anything like that. We're just trying to deal with everything at one time, and that never really helps you grow properly in the way that you're supposed to grow, I would think, you know? So, you know, many people can make apologies half-hearted or say sorry. It's just, I would just say, you know, when you're completing yourself, you understand the weakness in yourself and you understand the weaknesses that you created in other people, you know? So, sorry wouldn't do it any justice, you know? So, when you talk about the pain that you deliver to somebody else, you really just have to acknowledge first that you caused pain or trauma to somebody else, you know, due to the fact that you didn't, you know, create the love that they needed, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, continue to breathe through the pain that you create, I would say, and continue to love through that, let's say different ways you can love. I think this is the healthiest way to get the message through, so if you hurt somebody with your words, definitely use positive affirmations continuously to let them know that you love them completely in the area, that you hurt them in, or physical or mental. First of all, get yourself some help so you can adequately, fix the issues or the trauma that you created, and look to friends, look to guidance counselors, mentorship, any type of brotherhood or sisterhood that you got that's close to you that's non-toxic. You know what I mean? I have to say that first because I think we lean on a lot of things that really are negative from the start. And you really want to start positive. You really don't want to bend yourself or succumb too much to the negativity that surrounds you, because that's positive, for people that are in that negative lifestyle. So, you have to really change your frequency and really start to operate on the left hand instead of the right hand that you consistently use, or whatever the opposition or inverse opposite of who you are and what you are. It's just really working on the areas that you hurt people. And, when you hurt people, you're also hurting yourself. Most people can't even recognize when they're even hurt themselves or have an open wound. So really it's just healing yourself and healing others, with the knowledge that you've received through proper healing, efficiently healing your open wounds is the best way to go about your life. You'll get a lot further, I just wish that I could have had the grit or the mindset to just say no. If you say no, there's so much more empowerment for somebody to understand that they need to grow or do better, instead of dealing with low frequency actions which cause you to elevate to a level of negativity based on not understanding each other, I think learning that the world does not revolve around you and understand that you continue to revolve with the world. So everybody's going through their shit, and it just depends on who's going to be properly transferred into the right transportation at the end of the day. Because, manure is transferable to everything and everywhere, but only if you eat vegan while we speaking on it. Shit is shit. I can't really say that the shit you create is either good or bad. It just depends on the choices that you make. I think if we loved a lot more and we seen a lot more, we would do a lot better than what we're doing right now. As a culture, we need to love more. We need to see more in order to really think that we can do more. So I wouldn't say traveling is the best avenue to see more. It's just really just connecting with different people in different cities that are nearby to you that think differently, That's when I did a lot of my expanding when I was traveling within the 50 states. Even though, I was born in America and then went overseas and lived in Italy. But, I learned a great deal about America being an American, if I could say so myself, and learning that America is a place where we receive so much pain, grief, depression, all these things that don't plague other countries, but yet we run to other countries for healing. And that ain't the best avenue because they don't understand your pain or where you're coming from or your open wounds. They're just operating on giving you temporary satisfaction, you know? You know, I would say maintain a vacation-like vibe wherever you're at, whether it be your home or anywhere else, so you can keep up with the traumas that you got and that you create. Because when you're traveling alone, you're leaving someone, you know? I've always thought about that. No matter what, you're always going to be leaving your mom, your brother, your sister, your best friend, or your ex-boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or your current boyfriend, or somebody is just being left out the loop based on comfortability of who they are and what they are. So I think traveling will always be a sore subject for me. It's an open wound, if I could be so honest. Having kids will always be an open wound for me. And the scar is going to take longer to heal. But thank God I'm a new uncle. I have a wonderful niece. Can't wait to drop the pictures and show her in her truest glory, if I could say so. Shout out to my older brother, Shaka. And you know, we're just all getting to a place of joy dealing with our open wounds. And I suggest you do the same and start to know that it's gonna take longer to heal these open wounds, you know? Sure, it's not fair. Fuck no, it's not fair. I don't think it's never been fair. You know, dealing with things that are in the internal, you know? It takes a lot to deal with other people's shit. And I think I've been dealing with a lot of people's things or thought processes and philosophies and things of that nature just so I could see how I can handle my own. But once it became more than I can bear, I took breaks, healthy breaks, you know, just to deal with these open wounds that are everywhere, because we all got them. What else could I talk about on this subject? Music, man, has been the key to dealing with my wounds that are open, because I could put it out there so it can be received, and no matter how you receive it, it is just that, you know. I find self-expression tools to deliberately show who and what you want to be in that moment, you know, as far as escaping your open wounds and, you know, your true transfer to positivity and enlightenment. You know, you definitely want to do that. Sorry about the misstep, but it was just, you know, you trip on your words when you're thinking too fast, and I want to deliver the information properly to you guys. You know, because I think we're all going to take some time and really just start to listen to other people. You know, so find your proper ways to deal with your healing, you know, and, you know, whatever it may be, you know, just make sure it's healthy and you can take it at a certain pace, you know, that benefits you and the people around you, and you find some joy. You know, really just dig deep in the joy that you have for yourself, not only for yourself, but your friends, your mental health, and, you know, just dive into anything, whether it's food or whatever you want to do that's healthy for you. I think you should do that. Continue to love more and love yourself more, because you and only you have the power to really distribute love and receive love. So if you love yourself first, that isn't a bad place to start. Well, this is a conclusion of the Trauma Unit Podcast. Open wounds, maybe a part 2. We'll stick with part 1. Love you guys. More importantly, be safe and continue to heal. Peace.